Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the video, and we're going to continue practicing solving our quadratic equations by completing the square. So on number 9, we already have our x squared bx isolated on one side. So go ahead and work through the process. On number 7 and number 8, you'll work through the process. They're already isolated the way they should be. On number 9, before you can start, you will have to zero out this -10 and move it over here before you can start the process of completing the square. So go ahead and do all of 7, 8, and 9. Pause your video while you're doing them and start it up to check your answers. Okay, so on number 7, when I took half of my b, I had -13, squared it. So on both sides of my equation, I'm adding 169. You can see that there. Since I've completed the square, I now can follow the pattern of factoring it by making it x minus 13 squared. And when I combine these, I got 160. When I took my square root of both sides, I got x minus 13 equals the square root of 160, which is plus or minus 12.65. Then I just broke them into my two equations to solve. Go ahead and check your answers on number 8 and number 9. Both of them follow the exact same process. If you didn't get these exact answers, go back and figure out where it was that you might have gone wrong. Okay, the last one we're going to do is an example of a school teacher wanting to put a chalkboard on her door. So you've been given, and we're working in square feet all the way until the very end of this problem. So what you've been given are the dimensions of your door, which is 3 feet times 7 feet. What we need to know are what the dimensions are of our chalkboard. We know that our total area of this chalkboard, so length times width, is going to be 6 square feet. What we need to find out is how big of a border are we going to get around our chalkboard. So I want you to play with this, give it some thought. As a hint, you can see that the width of our chalkboard is 3 feet minus x minus x, so 3 feet minus 2x. So hopefully, knowing that this little part is 3 feet minus 2x, you can figure out what this part is and set it equal to 6. At the very end of this, you will have a decimal of your feet, and then you'll convert it into inches by multiplying it by 12. And that will give you the final answer. So go ahead and do this on your own with your video paused, and when you've got it completed, check back for the final explanation. Okay, so this one was a big puzzle, lots of little steps and pieces to work your way through. But when I set up my equation, my 3 feet minus 1x on either side, so minus 2x, times 7 feet minus 2x, gave me my 6, the area of my chalkboard. I went ahead and put it through the area model, got my answer through the area model of my trinomial. And because I want to solve it completing the square, I went ahead and moved my plus 21 over to the other side by zeroing it out. So now I have my ax squared plus bx on one side and my number on the other. I still have a coefficient for my x squared, which I can't have that to do this, so I went ahead and divided every one of my terms by 4. That left me with x squared minus 5x equals -15/4. At this point, I'm ready to go through the process. So I took my b value, -5, and divided it by 2. That gave me -5/2, which I then squared. This 25 over 4 is what I added to both sides. So I added it to the left side and to the right side of my equation. And then I went through the process of combining and then taking the square root And then finally, when I set my two equations up, I came out with x equals 4.08 and x equals 0.92. Well, if my x equals 4.08, that means my x is over 4 feet. My door would have to be 8 feet plus, which that doesn't fit, so I went ahead and crossed it out. That's an extraneous answer. My other x was 0.92 feet. When I multiplied it by inches, that gave me 11.04 inches. And that is the answer for how wide my border is around the chalkboard.